Hi, welcome to DFT Open House 2020. I'm your host Celeste, and if you wish to craft powerful and emotional stories across multiple platforms, then this is the course for you. Let me guide you through what the digital film and television course is all about. So, in your first year, you have hands-on experience in camera, lighting, sound, and editing. You will learn basic creative storytelling and project pitching, where you learn how to find strong ideas and pitch them successfully to clients. At the end of your first year, you apply everything you've learned to make your very first 3-minute short film.
Don't follow me.
And this is done in a group, so you don't just learn how to make a film, but also how to work in a team, because teamwork is very important in filmmaking. In the first semester of your second year, you experience firsthand what goes on behind the scenes of studio production, where different skill sets, such as communication skills, are put to the test.
Let's go for take
10, 9,
You'll get more
eight,
in-depth learning in the
seven,
following subjects, ranging from cinematography, audio post, screenwriting, writing for non-fiction, and directing. At the end of your second year, you'll have a chance to do 2 short films, an 8-minute fun genre film like comedy, horror, or thriller, and a 10-minute documentary. And finally, when you get to your year 3, you will go for a student internship program, where you'll intern at a production company of your choice and get the chance to see firsthand how the industry works. When you come back to school after 4 months of internship, you should be ready for your final stretch in DFT, doing your final year project, and making a film you can be proud to put on your portfolio. Our alumni have won reputable awards such as Cine 65, National Youth Film Awards, Crowbar Awards, and New York festivals. I know it might seem like a lot to process, but don't worry. In DFT, the lecturers are passionate mentors with many years of experience in the industry, and they'll be there with you throughout every step of the way in your learning journey. Besides, there's nothing more fun than learning with friends that share the same passion in storytelling and filmmaking. So if you wish to tell your stories on screen, bring your audiences on an emotional journey of laughter and tears, one award-winning film at a time. Then come join us at
Temasek Coordinating Digital Film and Television.
Hey, glad you can join us today. My name is Shazrina, and I'm a Year 2 DFT student. In our second year, we get to hone our skills by learning advanced editing, audio post, cinematography, directing and advanced directing, marketing and distribution, as well as studio production, and get an overview of non-fiction and screenwriting. Our student will form a team to create an 8-minute genre film plus a 10-minute short documentary. This short film will tug at your heartstrings, expand your worldview, and might even send a chill or two down your spine. We hope you enjoyed these films and documentaries as much as we enjoyed bringing them to life.
Since when did you have that black mouth?
Oh, this one? I found it in the design old wing sleeve just now. Nice, right?
Are you crazy? You're not supposed to pick up random stuff in the 7th month.
Don't worry, nothing will happen one day.
Where's my headband? Did you take my headband?
No, I didn't. Oh, maybe Xiaoming took it.
Xiaoming?
Yes, the ghost boy who steals people's stuff.
Hey, don't scare me, man. It's fake, right?
No, it's true. Long time ago, this area, it used to be a forest. There was this little boy named called Xiaoming who lived in a duck farm. One day, his friend played a prank on him. They played hide and seek, but left him out there in the dark forest. He wandered around, lost, until he got into a horrible accident. Days later, their friends found him dead. They were so scared they buried him. And 25 years later, our school is built over him. Every 7 months, he comes back and look for friends to play with. If you ever see him, you will say, "Play with me."
Oh my god, stop saying!
What's that thing over there?
What?
What's that thing over there?
Seriously?
Eh, it's my pendant.
What pendant? Stop your nonsense.
My grandmother gave it to me before she passed away.
I'm going off. Bye.
Hey, where you going?
Hey, it's mine. Give it back. Stop! Let's play a new game. Let's play hide and seek. You hide, I seek. I found you! I win!
Where's my pipette?
Oh, maybe Xiaoming took it.
Jade!
Jane, what are you waiting for? Let's go. Mak,
Farah kita tadi nampak stres saja.
Tak ada apa-apa lah. Farah okey.
Farah tahu kan, mak Farah si pemuda. Farah kena cepat-cepat buang. Tahu? Kalau ada apa-apa, Farah boleh tanya cik.
kau dengar sini baik-baik. Gelang ni yang aku kasih kau, ada satu jin bersamanya. Dan dia mempunyai suatu kuasa. Dia boleh lindungi kau daripada keburukan. Dia boleh tolong kau dalam kesusahan. Dan dia boleh lakukan apa saja yang kau inginkan. Tapi dengan satu syarat. Kau mesti jaga benda ni kerana dia dah sebahagian daripada diri kau. Dan bila kau ditemui dengan ajal, kau kena turunkan kepada keturunan kau. Kalau tak, dia akan bunuh anak kau.
A gruesome case takes its 15-year anniversary today. On July 2005, a young lady was found dead at Geylang Lorong 6, Block 237. It left crime investigators baffled because till this day, her fingers have still not been recovered. Netizens have gave her the infamous name of the Butcher Lady.
What's up, guys? I'm Sam Chi. Welcome to Chi Hunting Productions. Right now, I'm at Geylang Lorong 6, Block 237. As you guys know, this place is haunted by the well-known ghost called Butcher Lady. It's all over internet. I'm with my partner right now. As you guys know him, he's Max. And Max, say hi, Jake.
Keep on your mask.
Bro, we're indoors. So relax. Indoors don't need wear mask or not. So yeah, see you guys later. I'll show you all the footage while we record. Us.
How long more? Just a little while more. Sorry for entering the house. We mean no harm. What? Nothing. Hey, bro, are you looking at this? They love us, eh?
I still have a bad feeling. I still think you should have taken the mirror.
Bro, we investigated the place, right? There's nothing.
It was rumored that she was dead and butchered in front of the mirror.
Hey, bro, dead and butchered doesn't matter. What matters is our video is going viral. Max, bro, you gotta help me. It's here. I see her.
What do you see?
The butcher lady.
I already told you not to eat the piece of things, right?
I know. I'm bad, alright? Please help me.
Okay, there's a way to get rid of her. But you're not gonna like it.
What is it? Just tell me.
You have to cut your finger.
What? My finger? Why? I'm not cutting any fingers.
Your fingers were never recovered, remember? So now, the only way to appease her is to donate your finger.
Max. Max! Going viral.
You have to cut your finger.
Sesungguhnya Allah tidak akan mengampuni dosa syirik. Dia mengampuni segala dosa yang selain dari syirik itu bagi siapa yang dikehendakinya. Barang siapa yang mempersekutukan Allah, maka sungguh dia telah berbuat dosa yang besar.
Adna, sekurang-kurangnya doakanlah untuk Atuk. Tak susah kan? Allahu la ilaha illa wal hayyul qayyum. Ayat kursi ingat tak? Kan Adna pernah ngaji dengan Mama?
Apalah Papa ni?
Innaka laminal mursalin. Ala sirat.
Kenapa kau bodoh sangat? Kan Atuk dah cakap. Kalau benda ni pecah, macam mana? Kan aku dah cakap kau jangan masuk bilik ni. Kau nak bapak kau mati? Ha? Nak bapak kau mati? Ha? Nak bapak kau mati?
Rena. Nak kena betulkan lampu tu. Atuk kau percaya betul dengan benda-benda pelik ni. Dulu kita susah. Tapi Atuk percaya yang benda ni boleh buat kita senang. Memang betul. Lepas tu kita senang. Tapi Papa percaya ini semua kerana Allah.
Tapi kenapa gambar Papa jadi macam gini?
Atuk tahu dulu, makin tua dia makin sakit. Papa rasa dia kena rasuk dengan jin. Sebab tu Papa panggil Ustaz untuk ubatkan dia. Papa nak ambil angin sekejap. Ana tolong tengok-tengokkan mayat Atuk. Jangan pergi mana tau. Jadi sementara waktu ni doakanlah untuk Atuk kau.
What's the point? Semua orang pun mati. Sudahlah. Memang pasti anak takkan berdoakan untuk Atuk. Jadi jangan nak suruh-suruh anak doakan untuk dia lagi. Aku harap engkau tersiksa. What's the point? Semua orang pun mati.
Papa rasa dia kena rasuk dengan jin.
Tapi kenapa gambar Papa jadi macam gini?
Ha? Nak bapa kau mati?
Papa!
Allahu la ilaha illa wal hayyul qayyum. Ayat kursi ingat tak?
الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض.
Assalamualaikum. Hah? Anak okey tak? Kenapa ni?
Sorry I yelled at you before.
Bapa dah maafkan pun.
Papa. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم.
Baby, I love you with an aching heart. Baby, do you live in Bedok? Because you make my heart goes Bedok, Bedok.
Akong, where are you going?
Timothy, I'm going down to meet my baby.
But we're on lockdown, we can't go out.
But no,
But you can't, what if we get the virus?
but I saw Muthu talking to my Mimi yesterday. I think he want to potong jalan. I must quickly ask Mimi to be my steady.
But you'll get caught and the fine is $300.
Like that, how am I going to talk to Mimi?
Heng can talk to you through the phone. Otherwise, confirm die one.
Anyway,
Meme, do you live in Bedok? Because you make my heart goes Bedok, Bedok. My friend, hello, mate.
Yep, service is down again.
Let it out.
Let's just wait until they fix it.
Wait until when? Until Christmas?
Then what do you expect me to do?
I will write a card to Mimi. You help me to send it.
But we're on lockdown.
But it will take only 5 minutes.
5 minutes is enough time for the virus to attack me.
But you are strong and young. The virus won't kill you one.
But
I tell you what, I will give you my favorite toy car. Take this cup to Mimi and remember to bring it back. Be strong.
Hey, Team So... Mutu, what are you doing here? You should be patrolling at the mall.
Who said I can only patrol at the mall? Huh? Anyway, I found your grandson loitering outside my flat. Yes, it is very much against the safety rules. That will be a $300 fine.
Boisai lah. I old man, where got money to pay?
What do you mean by besai? Huh? It is against the safety rules. $300 fine.
Chamsiong, okay. You don't find me. I don't go out for 1 week.
2 weeks.
2.
At this time, I'm letting you off with a warning. Huh? Don't try and go out again. Otherwise, it will be a $600 fine.
2 weeks. Sila got caught by Mutu. How am I going to meet my Meme now?
I'm sorry, Akong. But it's also partly your fault for not writing the address correctly.
How can it be my fault when you don't check properly?
I did check. Look, it says 5.
5 your head lah. This is a 2. Ask you to do a simple thing. Send this card to Meme also cannot.
I went out and risked my life because you didn't have the courage to do it yourself. And yet, after all that, you still don't appreciate me? Fine then. Meo Timothy, Meo Meme.
Here, my apology gift.
You're giving me your favorite toy car, but why?
Because I have to solve my own problem. It is time to change lane, up the gear, and steer the wheel.
You mean take the wheel?
Just take it, just take it.
But what about Mimi?
I won't risk your life anymore. I will send the card to Mimi myself.
Actually, you won't have to. Alright, here's the plan. All you have to do is just go to level 4 and drop the card on Mimi's doorstep. Got it?
No problem, one. Finally, when Mimi become my date, we can drink kopi siu tai and eat siu mai.
Akong, watch out! Why is he patrolling here?
Oh no.
You never learn your lesson, huh?
Timothy, how about you take over?
Come back! Come back! Come back!
I state my
Thank you, boy. Thank you.
I had to because Mayo, Mimi. Mayo life.
Hi, Mimi. Finally, we meet again.
Wow, your house is so nice.
Of course lah. I'm dating a chobu. Hey, Mimi, do you live in Bedok? Because you make my heart go Bedok, Bedok.
Sadly, I don't live in Bedok, but I live in your heart. Bedok, Bedok, Bedok.
In the end, love is infectious. Like a virus, it infects everyone, no matter how old you are. And I hope that one day, when I get to be as old as Akong, I will be just like him.
Hello. Hi everyone. Welcome to TP Open House 2020. I hope you enjoyed the films that we just showed you. These are films done by the second year students. These are all genre films, horror and comedy. I think tomorrow we will show you the documentaries that the year 2 students do as well. But for now, we just showed you the genre films done by the second year students. My name is Andrew. I'm the lecturer for screenwriting, and today I'm here with two students, Fela and Celeste. Say hi, guys. They're here to share with you, the experience doing their first genre film, and also we would like to hear from you guys. If you guys got any questions regarding the course, we'll be happy to answer. Yeah, so moving on, I'm going to ask the two ladies, tell me about your experience shooting your very first genre film. Yeah, let's start with Fela.
Hello, so my name is Fela, and so the films that we just recently watched, they are all made by our cohort in year 2, so the first semester of a year 2. It was the very first time where I actually directed a horror short film, and although I have always been a fan of like horror films, I thought that it was quite interesting to do because there were many different challenges throughout the whole journey from the logistics side, because many of the films we were actually given a chance and opportunity to do crowdfunding, where people were actually basically they can donate to your film, and like in a way like donate to your film so that they can fund your film. But for my team, we didn't do that, so we basically our budget was solely from our wallets. Yeah, so coming up with like the production design, the rental, and the casting and stuff were all quite difficult in that way. But I think that one thing that's really important for like a project work is the communication between the teammates. If there's no communication, then there's gonna be a lot of setbacks. And for me, that's one of our issues. We had some miscommunication throughout our shoot, and that's why it wasn't really as smooth in the beginning. But after that, when everyone went on board, then it was so much better. Yeah, so you have to have teammates with the same goal of achieving till the very end. And yeah,
Okay. And although you watch the film like it's supposed to be a comedy, but actually the making of the film, I think there were many tears. It's not so funny. It takes a lot of hard work to produce a horror film as well as a comedy film. So Miss Celeste, you want to share a little bit on what was the high low points of you directing a very first comedy short film in your second year?
Actually, I was the assistant director for the comedy film. So in terms of getting the location and the cast, it was actually quite crazy because it was during the COVID period when phase 2 just started opening. So a lot of people were still very scared of like doing acting jobs and stuff because they are scared of getting the virus. And location also, because the set is in a HDB house, not a lot of people were willing to lend the house, or even if we pay them, they are not willing to let us use the house as well because with the COVID situation. So it took a lot of asking here and there and favors as well. And my friend was kind enough to allow us to borrow the house and at a lower rate as well. So thank you, Sean. Yeah. And for the cast, we were actually very fortunate enough to have our current cast help us act, and they were very professional as well. But yeah, along the way, finding them, it was quite a scary journey because you don't know whether you could ever secure this cast. And it was quite new for us because we had auditions online as well. And it's not the same as a one-to-one audition, but it was relatively well done because our director had prepared her questions and like her audition questions properly as well. Some of the high points, I would say, I love my crew very much because in the beginning we already very bonded we are already very bonded. So we also knew that communication was very important, and we knew that work and friendship should always be separated. So that was one of the good things. So even if we had conflicts along the way, we knew it wouldn't affect our friendship, and it became very easy for us to talk for work because we were just very direct. So just like Fela said just now as well, communication is very important because you never know what the other party is thinking, and it helps to make the flow as well. Like for me, I had to do call sheets and the workflow. So I had to ask my director how much time she needs for this scene. Maybe this scene she needs lesser time than I think that she needs. And then I make the relevant adjustments for her. So overall, I had a very fun experience filming this comedy film, My Love Shot Akong, although it was very scary securing the location and cast. But I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, on top of that, I also want to say for mine, we also had problems finding a location because of COVID-19. And I think if there's one advice to tell everyone, it's to always have a backup plan. So if you don't have a backup plan, then if you only have like one whole schedule to follow, right? And if you actually, let's say you exceed your deadline or schedule, your group will be so lost alongside you. So you should always have like a pre-mortem with your team. So pre-mortem is basically like preparing for the worst case scenario. Yeah, so Andrew, our lecturer, he always say like pre-mortem and like post-mortem is always really important. So for my team, for location, we didn't have any backups, and that's why it was really tough. And our mock shoots were all pushed like 1 week later than everyone else. And then this made a lot of my teammates like demoralized, not a lot, like just several, but then we still made it till the end because we all like came together and we had our like talking stick where we all just talked about what we should improve as a team and how we can communicate better. And yeah, so I think for horror films and the PD, the production design is very important, and I'm very lucky to have good production designers and set decorators to actually make you feel like you're actually there in the world. Yeah, so there are many things to look out for when you want to achieve your thing other than a relatively decent like story idea.
Okay. I think there's a question that we didn't really talk about it very much in the morning. Maybe Lester did talk a little bit, but maybe for our new audience out there, maybe you guys would like to share. You all came from secondary school, right? Now you are here 2 years in DFT already. So maybe you want to share with the audience out there, what is the difference between like secondary school and coming to a poly like DFT? Yeah, maybe Celeste, you want to start first?
Okay, so in secondary school, we have our schedule and lessons from 8 o'clock all the way to maybe 1, 2, or 3, depending on your lower or upper secondary. And it's all back to back different lessons, about 1 hour, 45 minutes. The secondary schools were 45 minutes or 1 hour lessons. But in DFT, it's more of like you're sort of in university, but not really, because it's all 3-hour lectures, maybe some 2, some 1, but it's all lectures, and you have to be independent to go and attend the lectures. Because the lecturers won't push you or like ask you to go to the lectures. It's up to your own responsibility to attend the lessons, and the attendance are important as well. But if you don't want to attend the lessons, it's your own responsibility. But and everything, you have to have your own initiative to go up to the lecturer and ask as well. Like, for example, if you have a question, you have to make the own effort to ask the lecturer in class, or maybe if you're shy, you have to ask after class. Because in poly, it's more of your own initiative, and it's more of an own time, own target kind of thing already. There'll be nobody like pressing you that you have to do well. It's all up to you on how well you want to do. So poly, yeah, it's own time, own target. And you have to plan your time very wisely, because there'll be a lot of assignments, but you have to know how to handle them well and also hand them up on time if you don't want to have a late submission.
Thanks, Celeste. Fela, what about you? How was the experience different for you?
Okay, so in secondary school, I think in secondary school it's different because everyone, so your friends, your classmates, your cohort mates, you're all taking the same subjects. You're all going through the same system. So you guys can study together and all that. But it's the same system for like the whole of Singapore, O levels, N levels. You go through like academics, you have to study to do well. If you don't study, you won't do well and stuff. And there are very little projects to do. But in poly, particularly our course, we are 100% fully project-based. And so it's a very like creative, artistic thing in a way, because when it comes to like storytelling or screenwriting, there's no right or wrong, but it's just purely you and your own creativity and your own originality in the way that you want to express yourself, or like if you have any message to highlight in your film and stuff. Yeah, so even though there's no right or wrong, there's still like a guideline that we have to follow. There's still I would say projects are not like academics in a way that there are no right or wrong, but then the lecturers will still see you through your hard work and your originality, which I guess in a way can be a bit more tougher than just going through by the textbook, like how we did in secondary school. Yeah, and as she said, the lecturers, they will not chase you. So if you basically don't come to school for like 2 days, you skip 2 lessons, you already get like you get marked down for it, and then you fail that whole module, and the lecture it's not your lecturer's fault if you don't attend the class. That's the thing. But the lecturers here are really friendly, and you always try their best to motivate you and encourage you to be the best of your own version. Yeah, so I think over here it's really independent. In DFT, they really train you to and teach you like values and things that will actually make you prepared for the real industry after you graduate. Yeah.
Okay, Thanks, fella. Okay, let's. Anyone out there, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. You can ask about what is it, what is it like, first year. Yeah, just feel free to ask. We'll be right here, trying to see whether you have anything to ask. But meantime, maybe Farah and Celeste can share, since you guys now are in year 2, right? Is there a difference between year 2 and year 1? Is year 2 more xiong or what? I know Farah told me that year 1 she a bit slack. Then only after the short film project, then she started to wake up, you know. So I hope by year 2 you have woken up. Yeah. So what was it like? Do you feel that you have matured in year 2? Yeah. How do you feel now? Like your year 2 and year 1? What's the difference? Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I feel like in year 1, if I'm not wrong, for most of us, it's really okay. All of us when we enter poly, right? We have this whole ideal. Is that we have an ideal assumption that poly is gonna be all fun and games. It's gonna be about making friends, wearing your own clothes, and I guess I got caught up in that whole ideal idea that poly is just gonna be all about fun and games, making friends and stuff. So for the whole of term 1, I was really just fooling around. I wasn't really like listening much in class, which is wrong, and that's why I didn't really do very decent in my term 1 GPA. But then after that, I think when it comes to more serious projects like the film project that we had, I just had a realization that this is something that I'm passionate in, so I should really put in the effort to show the best of my potential in terms of like the hard work and like working with people. And yeah, so over the years you will definitely grow in a way because they're so the workload from year 1.1, which is semester 1 or year 1, to semester 1.2 is already huge. So with the coming of workloads and like the overcoming the stress and all that, it will definitely make you grow, and then you will be able to handle the stress more. And then I think over time you'll understand that, okay, you know what, I have to be serious. I have to, if your parents paid for your diploma, you have the idea that like, I should do this for my parents, if not for myself. I should make the best out of my time in poly. I shouldn't just fool around. And I think that's how most of the year 2s feel now at this juncture. We just want to make the best out of poly and learn the most as well.
Okay. Okay. I think we have a question, which I will let Celeste answer. No pressure. Okay. The question is, was it hard to adjust to poly from secondary school? That's the first one. And then the second one is, what was your biggest inspiration when planning the film? Yeah. So let's deal with the first one. Was it hard to adjust to poly from secondary school? And then how did you manage to cope? Yeah.
Okay. In the beginning, for me, when I was with my classmates, I was actually very scared because I heard rumors like there were a lot of like people that will backstab you in poly and stuff, and there are a lot of stereotypes that you won't find true friends in poly. So for me, I was a bit scared at first, and especially in design school, you have a lot of people from different backgrounds, and you'll feel that maybe they're different from your secondary school culture, and you might feel very culture shocked at first. But I think as slowly as you ease into the design fields and everything, you start to realize that all these people are actually very good at the heart, and like they're just different from what you're used to, and you slowly become more open-minded as to all the different kinds of people around in design school. And that was for me. I had a culture shock at first, but slowly I started to understand that it's not that it's not good or they were bad. It was just that they were different. And for me, I felt that a different
helped me open up my eyes to like, oh, there are different kinds of people in the world, and not everybody from my secondary school is the world. So I feel like I've learned to become very open-minded because of that, and I've also made a lot of good friends. I never knew that I would make a lot of true friends like Fela right here. I didn't know like I will meet until then, and especially my DFT friends, I'm very thankful for them. So I never regret joining Poly DFT.
So what was your biggest inspiration when planning, working on the film?
Wait, which film?
Let's say, my buddy.
Okay, for my buddy, actually, there wasn't a super big inspiration. The idea just kind of like started when me and our lecturer Andrew was talking about. Then we're like, how come nobody wrote about the buddy system thing? And then it sort of like hit inside of me because I know everybody had a buddy in primary school, and I remember I had a buddy as well. And when I was P3, I had this P1 buddy, and she was so cute, and like we had this special bond and everything. So it started like when I started writing the script and the story out, I felt this like thing in me, and I felt very excited to write. And I love writing the story because it allows me to create this 2D world in my brain, and like this magical place that I like. And for me, the biggest inspiration will be like what I want the audience to feel. Like I hope the audience takeaway will be like how the bond between these two buddies, that although they had communication issues, as long as like you convey and also try to understand each other, anything is possible. Because communication is key, and even if even if they had communication, the language barrier, she still made the effort to try to understand her, which for me was very touching. And I hope the audiences can also feel that as long as you want to connect with somebody or communicate with somebody, as long as you put in the effort, the person will understand and also open up the heart to him or her. So the audiences was like my biggest, I wouldn't say inspiration, but my goal.
Maybe it comes from your personal life.
Yeah.
That's where you draw your inspiration. Yeah. Then Fela, your viral, what was your inspiration?
Oh, okay. So for me, okay, I think to answer that question straight up, I think every filmmaker or film student, all our inspiration will actually vary. For example, I think it really stems from what you believe in. For example, if someone makes a film about, let's say, her body system, right? Then I think she believes in friendship. She believes in love between friends, like for example. So I think their biggest inspiration is bringing across the message and allowing audiences to feel however she feels. And I think having the ideal execution, right, is like her thinking about how a film would turn out at the very end would be her inspiration to reach, in a way, like her ideal thing. So I think you have to really ask yourself what you believe in, and then think that could be inspiration. And also the idea of like working together as a group, or foreseeing the reactions of the audiences and how heartfelt the message is that you bring across. I think that can be inspiration for, different group of people. For me, when my biggest inspiration of making the horror film is because the film, okay, at the start of the film, it talked about the main character becoming a social media influencer. And I think it's very relevant today, because a lot of people, we rely on social media. Or maybe not rely, but we use social media. And some of us use social media to validate our lives, to validate how we feel. We ask people for opinions. We post on our Instagram and Twitter about our feelings and stuff like that. It's a platform that a lot of post-millennials like myself and Celeste, it's something that we use to communicate with people. It's where we grow friendships with. And yeah, so I wanted to show how my main character, he wanted to make himself relevant in a way. That's why he wanted to post a video about him in a haunted house stealing haunted things just because he want to be special, just because he want to be quirky. So that is very relevant now because we see a lot of daredevils on YouTube doing like daredevil things, like, you know, parkour and all these things. These are things that they enjoy doing, but these are also things they're doing to please the people online on social media. So it's very relevant, and that's why I was inspired to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and also because at the very end, he faced some consequences, and I think that it's a big message to show because social media does have bad effect on people like my main character. So there are also consequences like behind it. So yeah.
Okay. All right. I think we've come to the end of our sharing session. To all those out there, if you want to ask, if you have anything to ask, you can come join us tomorrow, where we will show you our documentary showcase. And if you have any question. For now, I just want to thank Fela and Celeste for their time, sharing with us. Yeah, so until tomorrow, have a good day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.